A story for the ages, a stage for the future. Now presenting the Centennial season as introduced by the alumni, staff, and students of Grand Rapids Civic Theater.
Hello from New York City, Grand Rapids Civic Theater family. My name is Kobe Brown, and it's been 10 years since I've been on the Civic Theater stage in Sister Act. But the experiences I had through summer rep and main stage performances helped me prepare for my life in the theater. A few years ago, I even got to be the very first teaching apprentice for Civic School of Theater Arts. As a member of multiple touring companies around the US, other parts of the world, and most recently, the Australian Sydney Opera House cast of Rent, I see firsthand the impact that a welcoming community can have upon strangers. Grand Rapids Civic Theater will kick off its centennial season with a message of kindness, unity, and resilience. Come From Away is based on the true story of a time when an isolated community, Gander, Newfoundland, played host to the world. What started as an average day in a small town turned into an international sleepover when 38 planes carrying thousands of people from around the globe were diverted to Gander's airstrip on September 11th, 2001. Undaunted by culture clashes and language barriers, the people of Gander cheered the stranded travelers with music, an open bar, and the recognition that we're all part of a global family. On stage at Civic from September 11th through the 27th, Come From Away will open the season exactly 25 years after the fateful day that changed our entire world and showed us the power of community. No matter where you'll be in the world, we hope you will come from away to join us as we celebrate 100 years of Grand Rapids Civic Theater. This beautiful Tony-nominated musical is just the beginning.
Hi, I'm Kate Reinders. Long before I played Miss Jen in High School Musical, the musical, the series on Disney+, or Glinda in Wicked on Broadway, I was a young girl who played Wendy in Peter Pan at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. As a Muskegon area native, I spent my formative years on many stages across West Michigan before making the leap to New York and Broadway, and I have to tell you, Grand Rapids Civic Theater is a cultural gem that we are so lucky to have. And every time I'm home and have an opportunity to see what's new, I am inspired and awed and so proud to be an alumna. I am so thrilled to invite you to a very special event, and it is for everyone. Donors, patrons, volunteers, actors, on stage, off stage, backstage, friends, neighbors, everyone is invited to the block party that's going to kick off Grand Rapids Civic Theater's centennial season. That's right, 100 years of theater. Join us as we reminisce over memories of the past, party about the present, and dream of the future at this free event in downtown Grand Rapids on Sunday, September 27th. I'll see you there.
What happens when you invite a flock of dragons to a taco party with spicy jalapeno salsa? Well, as a member of Civic's 2022 cast of Dragons of Tacos, I can say that I absolutely know. But do you? Hi, I'm Mariah Campbell, and I first made my Civic debut in Blackpool the Beautiful in 2021. Civic is a place where my family found their chosen family and new friends. I got to explore new talents and even bring my peers along to auditions. But I can tell you, there's nothing like being a part of a show that inspires and entertains kids. That's why I'm so excited to share the return of one of Civic's most beloved shows for young audiences in the centennial season. The #1 New York Times best-selling phenomenon, Dragons of Tacos, comes to life in an enchanting way as the taco party of all taco parties literally brings down the house. This hilarious dance-filled journey into the field of dragonology is equal parts ridiculous and delicious, with all the ingredients for a fantastic time. Plus, with an entire pick-your-price run, families can experience the power of live theater without the burden of a price point. So join us and see the mind-blowing, earth-shattering, tantalizing secrets of Dragons Revealed at Dragons of Tacos on stage October 8th to the 18th at Grand Rapids Civic Theater.
I'm Nikki Parlberg, and while I've been around Grand Rapids Civic Theater most recently as mom to my theater-loving children, some of the greatest memories of my youth were gracing Civic's stage as Nikki Hartley, long before I was a wife and mother.
I'm Vivian Michaud, a 5th grader and a student in the School of Theater Arts and an onstage volunteer here at Civic. Did you know that in 1998, the yearly tradition began of choosing productions that would appeal to families looking for a way to spend meaningful time together while enjoying something truly special every holiday season?
That's how the Civic Holiday Show rotation was born. First with Cinderella, and the following year I made my Civic Holiday Show debut in Scrooge.
And eventually, this tradition would become a part of my life too, as I made my debut as one of 2 young artists playing young Elsa in Disney's Frozen.
The Centennial Season's holiday show is making main stage appearance number 5 on the Grand Rapids Civic Theater stage. But it also has a history with the School of Theater Arts Performance Block program,
where elementary through high school students work with theater professionals to take the stage in a full-scale production for family and friends. Time and again, this beloved musical is selected for its nostalgia, inspiration, and ability to entertain and delight audiences across generations.
And perhaps I'm most excited to be here and share the news with you today because during the holidays of 2002,
During Performance Block in 2025,
I got to play the iconic title role. With equal measures of pluck and positivity, little orphan Annie charms everyone's hearts, despite a next-to-nothing start in 1930s New York. She's determined to find her parents, who abandoned her years ago on the doorstep of a New York City orphanage that's run by the cruel, embittered Miss Hannigan.
With the help of the other girls in the orphanage, Annie escapes to the wondrous world of NYC. The sun will come out tomorrow from November 20th to December 20th with a Tony Award-winning Best Musical, Annie, a show that's been celebrated around the globe, and especially here at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. We can't wait to see you as Civic's holiday tradition continues in its 100th year.
Hi, I'm Luke Verkstas.
And I'm Mary Rademacher.
She's my aunt.
And he's my nephew.
I guess you could say theater runs in our blood, because being on stage, in the classroom, and behind the table are things my aunt and I have been doing for as long as I can remember. My experiences at Civic and education helped prepare me to sit at the center of culture as a literary agent in the theater department at WME in New York City, where I represent playwrights, composers, lyricists, directors, and choreographers.
And here in Grand Rapids and beyond, you'll find me singing jazz in intimate venues as well as at corporate events. And I've spent decades performing on the theater stage, off stage as a choreographer, director, costumer, and teacher at schools and throughout our theater community.
Between the two of us, we have vast and varied resumes, with one very special show in common.
A show we were both in at Grand Rapids Civic Theater, but separated by approximately 20 years.
And 20 years later, the quintessential musical about what it means to live a life in the theater will return.
To celebrate generations of theater performers on the Civic stage, Luke and I are proud to introduce the first show of the 2027 calendar year, A Chorus Line.
A stunning concept musical capturing the spirit and tension of a Broadway ensemble audition. A Chorus Line explores the inner lives and bittersweet ambitions of professional Broadway performers.
A brilliantly complex fusion of song, dance, and compellingly authentic drama, it's a Pulitzer Prize-winning classic and winner of the Tony and Olivier Awards for Best Musical.
On stage from January 14th through the 25th, A Chorus Line will remind all of us what we did for love. And this production is proudly dedicated to every performer who has stood in the Civic spotlight over the past 99 years.
Hi, I'm Brian Martin.
And I'm Julia Fryer-Gleason.
While we both grew up together on stage, backstage, and through the halls of Grand Rapids Civic Theater, we call New York City home as working theater artists and educators.
I'm currently on the musical theater faculty at AMDA and the associate director of the new off-Broadway musical Blood Love. But my most coveted role is mom to 2 little girls, one of whom experienced her first musical on stage ever when we returned home to Civic to see Frozen over the holidays. Watching Nora let it go in the same space I spent thousands of hours of my youth was a core memory I will remember forever.
And I'm currently on stage in Heather's off-Broadway, living the life that the little boy in Ragtime, Tiny Tim and Scrooge, and Stuart Little himself spent countless days dreaming about. When I'm not on stage, I'm working as a coach and theater educator through the Open Jar Institute, helping to inspire and teach young artists in the theater.
It's not just because of what we learned at Civic as students, interns, and performers on the stage that helped us prepare for this life we live. In times when the world and this industry felt heavy, we were so lucky to have the love and support of our families, the Civic staff, teaching artists,
But perhaps, most importantly, each other. Civic's February-March show of the Centennial season is a coveted one, and beyond its Tony Award-winning book and Best Musical accolades, it also allows us to explore what it means to have the support of the people who love you when you're growing up and navigating the challenges that teenagers face in our incredibly complicated world.
When a tragedy shocks his community and thrusts him into the center of a rapidly evolving controversy, a teenager named Evan is given the opportunity of a lifetime. The chance to be somebody else. Dear Evan Hansen is a new classic with a message that has resonated with audiences worldwide. You will be found.
On stage from February 19th through March 7th, Dear Evan Hansen will touch the hearts of people of all ages with music by University of Michigan alums Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. This incredibly special coming-of-age hit is a love letter to the families of Civic, past and present.
I'm Jenna Becca Pope, and as Civic's Director of Education and Outreach, I see firsthand the magic that happens when young people step onto the stage. But I don't just see it now. I've known it for almost as long as I can remember, because once upon a time, I was one of those Civic kids who grew up here at Grand Rapids Civic Theater.
I'm a Civic kid. My name is Micah Thompson, and I love Civic so much I'm around whenever and however I can be. You may have seen me as an usher during a show, on stage as Chip in Disney's Beauty and the Beast, or as Rooster in the performance block production of Annie Jr. Through Civic's School of Theater Arts, I continue to grow as a performer and student of theater, which gives me the confidence I need to fearlessly approach day-to-day life and every audition, while having a lot of fun along the way. Being a part of Civic makes me feel so special, safe, and loved.
I'm Jared Graybeal, Civic's Outreach Manager and Supervisor of the Citywide Drama Club. Along with Jenna, I too am a former classroom teacher, and it's nothing short of inspiring to see the way the School of Theater Arts changes lives every day.
My name is Eliza Phillips Villafane. I am a student at West Michigan Aviation Academy and a member of Civic's Citywide Drama Club. My friends call me Atari. I'm so excited to be in my second year with CWDC along with students from Civic's partner schools. I've got to be a part of experiences designed just for us through Camp Rock and The Lightning Thief. The skills I've learned and the confidence I've gained from being a part of Citywide Drama Club help me every day as a student and a friend, and I've met so many special people through my involvement.
Over the years, our educational programming and opportunities have grown leaps and bounds, with nearly 1,900 students annually and over 140 classes offered in 2025 alone.
Programs have come and gone and built upon one another to create new experiences and more educational opportunities. From summer repertory theater intensive back in the day to Young Artist Studio now, and programs like the Citywide Drama Club and Performance Block.
In the Centennial season, we'll shine a special spotlight upon our students.
In partnership with the School of Theater Arts, Civic will present Disney's Finding Nemo Jr. This 60-minute musical adaptation of the beloved 2003 Pixar movie Finding Nemo features new music by award-winning songwriter team Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez.
Marlin, an anxious and overprotective clownfish, lives in the Great Barrier Reef with his kid Nemo, who longs to explore the world beyond their anemone home. But when Nemo is captured and taken to Sydney, Marlin faces his fears and sets off on an epic adventure across the ocean.
The people of this theater have become my family's second family. That's why I'm so excited for Civic's Spring Musical. It's all about family and finding our way back to one another.
Finding Nemo Jr. will be on the Civic stage from March 25th through March 28th.
And I can't wait for this very special School of Theater Arts collaboration during the Centennial season.
I'm Bruce Tinker, Special Advisor to Grand Rapids Civic Theater and former Executive and Artistic Director. My wife Mary, daughter Martha, and I arrived in West Michigan in 1999, and we've been stewards of the community and this theater ever since. One of the most rewarding aspects of spending a life in the theater is witnessing timeless classics made new again over time. Sometimes we're lucky to witness a play or a musical with perfect relevance in the moment, no matter when it's produced. The spring play in our Centennial season is a Pulitzer Prize winner, and it made its Broadway debut in just 12 years after Civic was founded. It would later be staged by Civic 3 times, in 1965, 1987, and 2010, the most recent in which I had the honor of directing. I agree with the celebrated playwright Edward Albee that this might be the greatest American play ever written. Thornton Wilder's Our Town presents the small town of Grover's Corners, New Hampshire in 3 acts: daily life, love and marriage, death and eternity. Narrated by a stage manager and performed with minimal props and sets, the play depicts the simple daily lives of the Webb and Gibbs families as their children fall in love, marry, and eventually die in one of the most famous scenes in American theater. On stage at Grand Rapids Civic Theater, the spring of 2027, from April 23rd to May 2nd, it's our great pleasure to produce the beloved play, Our Town.
I'm Eddie Stevens. In my early retirement after a 30-year corporate career and several cross-country moves, I decided to try something new. Audition for a musical, Ragtime, at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. What started off as a new adventure in a safe and welcoming space turned into a fiery passion, complete with a newfound skill of tap dancing, all after the age of 55. My years at Civic, first as an on-stage volunteer in 4 shows, then as a board member and donor, allowed me to be part of something that I fell in love with over 35 years ago, but never thought plausible. Now I reside in California with my beautiful wife, Demare, and my life in theater keeps me busy. I've performed in over 10 shows since moving from Grand Rapids in 2019 and have been honored with multiple Desert Theater League Award nominations, including 2 wins for Outstanding Lead Actor. Without Civic, well, it would all still be the wheels of a dream. I absolutely still think of Grand Rapids Civic Theater as home. Without a doubt, I owe everything that I have experienced and love about theater to Civic. And you know what? I'm just one of countless stories like this. For a century, community members have lent their time, talent, and treasure to our beloved Civic. And in the spring of 2027, we'll celebrate telling these stories in style together. It is my honor to announce that the Grand Rapids Civic Theater Centennial Gala will take place on May 6, 2027 at the beautiful Frederick Meyer Gardens and Sculpture Park. An evening of nostalgia, entertainment, and enchantment. This noteworthy fundraising event will showcase the very best of Civic's past, present, and future. We cannot wait to see you there as we celebrate a magical 100 years that inspire, illuminate, and ignite through the power of theater art.
Hello from West Hollywood, California. My name is Adam Wright. Much of my time at Grand Rapids Civic Theater was spent playing characters inspired to fight the good fight alongside others in order to ignite change. Whether that be as one of the Von Trapp children in Sound of Music, young Gavroche in Les Mis, or as a newsboy in Newsies. Now, I am a music producer, composer, and DJ, having worked on projects with Apple Music and Britney Spears, and I still use the skills I learned in the spotlight and behind the scenes at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. The Centennial season will close with an epic tale of passion and redemption in the throes of revolution, one that I am no stranger to and quite literally went through about a dozen years ago. It is my honor to announce the return of Les Miserables, one of the world's most beloved and longest-running musicals, based on Victor Hugo's novel, featuring one of the most memorable scores of all time. Set in the 19th century, this modern classic is still as groundbreaking today as it was when it debuted in 1985. Join us from June 4th through the 20th for the monumental conclusion of Civic's Centennial season with the Tony and Olivier Award-winning musical, Les Miserables.
The Centennial season at Grand Rapids Civic Theater, a once-in-a-generation milestone. Ticket packages available now at grct.org.